Earlier this week, the lives of a Brisbane family were changed forever when their 11-month-old baby was killed in a tragic accident. The little girl was hit by a car in the driveway of her home, another victim of a terrible but all too common set of circumstances. Every week in Queensland, 2 children are killed or injured by slow-moving vehicles. And child safety experts say enough's enough. Imogen Brennan reports.
It's a big problem for families all over the place, on rural properties, in suburban areas. It is a major problem. It's all over Australia.
A lot of people still don't realise that it's a big thing out there, and a lot of kids are getting injured and killed from this.
It's the hidden danger that claimed 4 Queensland children last year, and it can happen in an instant.
No, it just happens, unfortunately, very easily. Children are faster than we give them credit for, especially when they start crawling and then they start walking. Before you know it, they're running. So they are quite fast, and you only need to take your eyes off them for a second.
2 children every week are run over in the state's driveways or shopping centre car parks.
Run over in the driveway of their home on the weekend. The 16-month-old...
Earlier this year, former Wallaby Brendan Cannon backed over his 16-month-old son at home.
You know, the most frightening sort of 4 words to hear from anyone at that stage as parents was, it's critical you should prepare for the worst. Young kids don't understand fear, they don't know danger. It's our responsibility to make sure that they have that awareness.
The Cannons had been preparing to fence their driveway. Their son Sam is making a good recovery. The Director of Paediatric Trauma at the Royal Children's Hospital says the accidents are heartbreaking for everyone.
It's especially sad to treat kids with this sort of injury because it's such a preventable injury. Head injuries are very common from this mechanism. Simply, little kids' heads are large, especially with the cars which are low to the ground. It's the head which will get most damaged, and of course you can't repair that sort of thing.
Bronwyn Griffin was a trauma nurse at the Royal Children's Hospital. She treated dozens of seriously injured children run over by slow-moving cars, and it motivates her research.
We know that the deaths per capita per 100,000 children is slightly higher than other states across Australia.
She says there's a common belief that only 4-wheel drive owners need to be cautious, but her study shows any car is dangerous, while children who are hit by 4-wheel drives are more likely to be killed because of its weight. More injuries are caused by sedans.
A child that's, in 0 to 4 age group may have severe injuries in the short stature of their body and the mass of the vehicle in comparison to that.
Something that's worth thinking about is what is the blind spot distance behind your car.
So one limitation of a camera fitted to a car such as...
The RACQ says some small cars and sedans can have blind spots of up to 15 metres. With a car like this, where would a small child have to be for you to be able to see it in the rearview mirror?
Depending on the height of the driver and the head restraints in the back, you may find that the young child could be back here somewhere. And if the child is laying down, that would extend further back.
KidSafe Queensland wants all vehicles fitted with mandatory reversing cameras, and it's not alone.
If I was able to control everything, I would have every single car fitted with a rear view camera.
But the RACQ says while cameras could reduce the number of accidents, it won't stop the problem.
One of the reasons for that is that technology has limitations in what it can do, whether that be the field of view, blind spots or any other factor.
That's why child safety experts also want legislation similar to that surrounding pools. They say the driveways of new homes should be fenced off and children kept out.
I'd encourage parents not to think of the driveway as a play area at all. Go to a park for that sort of thing, or the backyard. So fence it off so that the children just never get onto the driveway.
A new statewide awareness campaign will be launched within weeks.
That's good. Yeah. Where were they thinking?
KidSafe Queensland hopes it'll prevent at least some of the suffering.
There'd be a lot of blame and what ifs. What if I'd done that? What if I hadn't done that? And and the grief would be insurmountable.
And even without cameras and fenced driveways, there are important steps that can be taken.
Before you reverse down your driveway, you always have to look right round the whole of your car. That means actually walking round your car, because it's amazing how many kids you can hide in that blind spot.